Alright, let's dive in. Max just transmigrated as the more families adopted, totally fake young master. He awakened the escape the more family system to completely avoid a tragic death at the hands of the newly discovered real biological son, Harry Moore. But honestly, even though that real young master is literally a reincarnator, he would never figure out why he completely failed. Right up to his dying breath, not only did Harry fail to inherit the massive Moore family fortune, but against all of his expectations, every single one of Max's older sisters developed wildly inappropriate intentions toward our guy. Right now, at the family dinner table, everyone was secretly eavesdropping on the private telepathic chat between Max and his system. Max asked, "System Melon, you know my eldest sister Olivia Moore, right? Well, her fiancé is totally cheating, and he is playing the field hard." Hearing this absolutely juicy gossip, Max's eyes practically bugged out. Wait, seriously, Felix Foster, isn't he supposed to be the capital's famous model gentleman? Even their parents praise him nonstop. Sitting directly across from Max, Olivia immediately puffed out her chest with obvious pride. Her fiancé was the most doting man in the entire world, but the very next second, System Melon dumped a massive bucket of ice water on her parade. Melon replied, "People just act. We are not tapeworms inside his stomach. How would we know his true colors?" Hearing this, Olivia's fingernails dug deep into her palms. She completely refused to believe this utter nonsense, even if it killed her. She slammed the dinner table, glaring right at Max furiously. "Max Moore, what on earth are you blabbering about?" Max jumped back, totally startled. "Eldest sister, I didn't say a single word, but..." Internally, our guy was cursing. Holy smokes, this crazy woman just snapped completely out of nowhere. Honestly, no wonder Felix keeps a side chick. Just look at that insanely fierce temper. His third sister, Penelope, quickly kicked Max's shin right under the table. "Just eat your food." That totally random scolding left Max completely baffled. He awkwardly stood right up, heading into the kitchen for more rice, while obviously making sure to keep listening to the drama. "We all want to know, how far did they go?" The system chuckled mischievously. "Host, they walked into a hotel and haven't left. 2 whole hours. It is 1 a.m. and there is zero sign of them stopping anytime soon." Max was genuinely impressed. Wow, that long eldest sister is definitely going to have a fantastic time later. Right behind him, Olivia just could not take it anymore. She abruptly stood up, rushed straight into the bathroom, and furiously dialed Felix's number. But even after 12 calls, nobody picked up at all. A chaotic storm of thoughts totally invaded her mind, making her incredibly frustrated. Third sister Penelope gently knocked on the bathroom door. "Olivia, you really cannot believe everything that Max says. Do not let it get to you." Olivia's voice was full of utter helplessness. "Penny, I just called Felix a dozen times and he didn't answer a single one. My text messages are literally sinking like stones in the ocean." Penelope tried to comfort her. "Don't overthink this. Maybe he is genuinely busy and just hasn't checked his phone. Just wait a bit, then ask him properly. If not, we will just confront Max. Just leave me alone for a minute." Olivia shook her head, left the bathroom completely, and headed straight upstairs. But right at that exact moment, Max's internal voice loudly echoed in absolutely everyone's ears again. "Geez, eldest sister does not look okay at all. Hey Melon, any hot updates?" System replied, "Host, there is an 80% chance Olivia knows about Felix. She literally just tried calling him." Before the system could even finish, Max immediately thought to himself, "He didn't pick up right. I told you, this Felix guy has crazy stamina. You see, he's probably extending the battlefield until sunrise." In that exact instantly, every Moore sister's face turned pitch black. You and I can feel that murderous aura completely swallowed the second floor. Olivia aggressively yanked her bedroom door open and slammed it shut. Feeling that heavy atmosphere, our guy Max actually shivered. "Melon, why did it get so freezing in here?" His system reported back, "It is indeed bone-chilling. Honestly, quite refreshing for the soul." Max was completely speechless. "Melon, be serious. Harry is bad enough, so don't join the bullying." At 2 a.m., David Moore, the family patriarch, received a secret investigation report from Butler Barnes. His pure fury was uncontrollable. That total piece of trash dares to bully my daughter, he roared out loud, storming toward Olivia's room. Inside her room, Olivia had just gotten a call back from Felix. Baby, I was busy earlier and my phone was on silent. I'm so sorry. What were you busy with? Olivia's voice was literal ice, just oozing terrifying pressure. Tell me, Felix scrambled to explain. Please don't be mad, Olivia. I was checking a project site and had to discuss business with some major bosses, so I couldn't check my phone. Hearing that, Olivia softened up slightly, but the second she hung up, her bedroom door violently burst open. David stood right there, looking absolutely furious. Olivia, Felix is in room 5201 at the Zenith Hotel. If you don't believe me, we're going there to see it with our own eyes right now. Olivia completely froze. Her legs totally gave out, almost collapsing. Luckily, David caught her in time. His heart ached for her, but his resolve stayed firm. If you doubt it, go see for yourself. Quick heartbreak is better than a long one. You need to witness his true face. This massive commotion woke up the entire house. The sisters poked their heads out, asking what was happening. Now watch. When they realized Felix was actually cheating, the whole squad absolutely went ballistic. Felix, you absolute trash. How dare he do this to our eldest sister? That crazy shouting pulled Max out of his sweet dreams. He sleepily opened his door, just rubbing his eyes. Before he could even process things, Penelope dragged him downstairs, and the entire angry mob piled into the family cars. Inside the car, Max cautiously asked, "Where are we going?" His mom, Sarah, replied bluntly, "Max, that total jerk Felix is cheating." Max instantly perked up. What? Cheating? How did they find out? Sitting up front, Olivia shot him a glacial glare, making Max instantly shrink back and stare out the window. But internally, he was whispering, Melon, how did they know? Plus, they aren't even married yet. Does that count as cheating? At worst, it's just keeping a mistress. The system replied, Host, this question is too advanced. Melon cannot say. Either. David Moore, seemingly wanting to clear things up, spoke up. Max, your sister called earlier and he ignored it. I felt uneasy, so I had Butler Barnes look into it. Who would have thought that bastard is at the Zenith Hotel fooling around with some chick named Sophie? Max thought to himself. He got exposed that easily. Felix has absolutely garbage anti-reconnaissance skills. If it were Max, they would never catch him. Not a chance. David suddenly started coughing violently, totally interrupting his train of thought. Max, later on you charge in first. Max jumped. Wait, what? Are there literal life-threatening risks too? Charging in, his mom quickly soothed him. Max, your dad just means you're big. Go in first and pin that scumbag down. Don't let him run. Max was. He was speechless, but honestly, that logic actually made sense. Soon the squad arrived at the Zenith Hotel. Fired up, they marched straight up to room 5201. Outside, David shot him a look. Reluctantly, he stepped up and knocked gently. Hello, room service delivery. Please open the door, thank you. Inside, Felix had just finished his dirty work. Hearing the voice, he patted the woman in his arms. Baby, did you order food? Sophie replied lazily. I didn't order a thing, go check. Hesitantly, Felix slowly cracked the door open. Who is there? The second it opened, our guy shoved it hard. Charged right in, tackling Felix straight to the floor. The rest of the furious family swarmed in, seeing Sophie wrapped in a blanket on that waterbed, looking completely panicked. Olivia's legs completely gave out. She slumped to the floor, heavy tears streaming down her face. David was absolutely seeing red. He grabbed Felix by the collar and delivered a massive punch to his face. Felix stumbled and fell next to Sophie. Fourth sister Stella cursed, you absolute trash, how dare you play our sister? Fifth sister Chloe glared at him, eyes full of pure disdain. Third sister Penelope didn't say a word, but her glare was as sharp as a scalpel. Felix scrambled up in pure panic, throwing himself to his knees right before Olivia, listen, it is not what you think. Olivia just delivered. Brutal ice-cold slap. Taking the hit, Felix begged, Olivia, hit me again. As long as you calm down, I will take whatever punishment you give. Olivia was shaking. Why would you ever treat me like this? Felix pointed a desperate finger right at Sophie, clinging to excuses like a lifeline. It was her she seduced. Me, Stella stepped forward furious. You absolute bastard, things have reached this point and you still dare to blame a woman. Penelope finally spoke up, her voice freezing cold. Felix, the Moore family hasn't treated you poorly, have we? You do something this filthy and still try shifting the blame. Do you think our entire family is a bunch of idiots? From this day forward, don't you dare step foot near the Moore family ever again. Hearing this, Felix went completely pale. All his dirty schemes completely crumbled. You love to see it. He opened his mouth, trying for one last pathetic excuse. Penny, let me. Shut up. Penelope roared, completely cutting him off. Who is your family? Right then, a sharp, hate-filled voice dropped like an absolute bomb. Felix Foster, you total scumbag. May you rot in hell. Everyone jumped and quickly turned around. Sophie, who had been cowering in the corner, no longer looked scared at all. Her face burned with anger and utter despair. Tears mixed with pure resentment poured down her cheeks. It was you got me drunk. You used your sweet words to trick me, promising resources. Now that you are caught, you want to pin it all on me. Felix, I curse you to die a miserable death. Even as a ghost, I won't let you off. The second she finished, David punched Felix again, sending him rolling right across the floor. He spat, you are worse than an animal, daring to play around with my daughter's feelings. Then, David's face completely hardened as he turned to the sobbing Sophie. As for you, you had better keep your mouth shut. Otherwise, I have 100 ways to make you disappear from this world. That brutal threat carried an irresistible, terrifying weight. Sophie choked back her sobs and quickly covered her mouth, knowing full well that David Moore was a man of his word. The mother, Sarah, supports the devastated Olivia, leading her out. The rest of the family quietly follows. Suddenly, only Felix and Sophie, the pathetic cheating duo, are left in the room. In the car, Penelope holds Olivia's hand tight, doing her absolute best to comfort her eldest sister. Please do not be sad. A piece of trash like him really isn't worth a single tear. Stella and Chloe nod vigorously. Exactly. Sarah looks at her heartbroken daughter, feeling like her own heart is literally being sliced open. Olivia, stop thinking about it. Just forget that absolute punk. Olivia takes a deep breath, her face pale and totally exhausted. I am fine, don't worry about me, guys. But right on cue, Max's inner voice echoes in their heads again. Eldest sister is strong, but honestly, you cannot blame Felix entirely for this mess. I mean, Sophie's figure is top tier. Honestly, what guy out there could resist that? Instantly, every single pair of eyes in the car locks right onto Max. He flinches, feeling super guilty, and stammers out, what are you all looking at me for? Penelope, terrified he might catch onto their mind reading, quickly tries to cover it up. Why don't you comfort your sister? She nudges him hard. Seeing her fierce glare, looking ready to swallow him whole, Max sighs helplessly and mutters, fine, a good man does not fight with women, turning to face Olivia. He forces a stiff smile. Eldest sister, why be sad? It is really no big deal. It is totally not your fault. Men in this world are all like that anyway. No, I mean, it is all that bastard Felix's fault. Don't let it get to you. The moment those words leave his mouth, the entire car goes dead silent. What do you mean all men are like that? Unsurprisingly, David reacts first. Max, what nonsense are you spouting? Not all men are like that. Look at your old man here. I have been devoted to your mother my whole life. I would never make a mistake like that. Max thinks to himself, oh, getting defensive are we? Let's see if Dad has any skeletons in his closet. System, do a quick background check for me. Does Dad have any massive scandals? The exact moment this thought rings out, Sarah and all the sisters instantly perk up their ears. David's legs start shaking. Cold sweat pours down his back. System command Received host, running complete scan. David Moore currently has 0 major scandals. However, next month is your parents' anniversary, and he is secretly preparing a massive surprise for your mother. Max feels totally disappointed. Are you kidding me? You call that a scandal? David lets out a massive sigh of relief, the corner of his mouth twitching into a smug smirk, even though Max accidentally ruins his surprise. At least his reputation is totally safe. Sarah offers a faint, barely noticeable smile. The sisters giggle softly. Even Olivia looks a little bit less gloomy. Now watch this. Back at the Moore villa, as soon as they step out, Harry, the real young master who was just brought home recently, comes jogging right over. Mom, Dad, everyone is back. Where did you go? David gives a vague answer. Just went to handle some business. Your sisters and brother went with me. Sarah smiles warmly. You were sleeping at the time, so I didn't wake you. Harry nods obediently, but his hands grip his shirt super tightly. Internally, he is snarling, curse you, Max. Sooner or later, I will kick you out of the Moore family. Too lazy to care about him, Max flops onto the sofa and starts mindlessly scrolling through his phone. The others quickly disperse as well, with the front door slammed shut. At last, dead silence. The very next morning, right by the living room sofa, 3 of Max's sisters were totally lost in their own worlds. Harry scanned the room, his eyes finally locking onto the 4th sister. Stella, he asked what she was drawing and leaned in, but Stella, she just gave him a cold side eye, her brows knit together, stylus still smoothly gliding right across that tablet. Harry glanced at the screen, and boom, past life memories suddenly flooded back. He knew exactly what was wrong with her design, and exactly how to fix it. He opened his mouth to show off, but our boy Max simply glanced over. Max internally pinged his system. Melon, what is the deal with 4th sister? Stella, right now, the system replied instantly. Host, she is designing a luxury dress, but she is totally stuck on blending the patterns. Oh snap, Harry is about to give her advice. If Harry actually wins over all these sisters, Max's dark destiny as the cannon fodder is sealed forever. Max realized he had to grab some cash and run. System, calm down, host. The issue is simple. That pattern just does not match the dress. Swap the pattern out, problem solved. Max thought, wait, it is really that simple. How could she not see it? Hearing Max's thoughts, Stella completely froze her stylus, feeling instantly annoyed. This little brat dares to look down on her work. The system quickly explained, it is not that she is blind, but her style has always been super bold. She loves mixing sharp edges into soft looks, but this specific dress needs pure, soft elegance. That current pattern, way too aggressive. Max suddenly had an epiphany, professional habits ruining it. Hearing this, Stella felt as though she had been struck by absolute lightning. The corner of her mouth curled up into a sudden smile of realization. She lowered her head, her stylus practically dancing across the screen. The sisters exchanged glances. You and I no mind reading strikes. Again, the kid was absolutely right. Meanwhile, Harry, totally thinking he timed his advice perfectly, just started blabbering about the Byzantine pattern on her screen, claiming it did not match the hemline. But honestly, Stella completely ignored the guy. She was too absorbed in fixing it, smile growing brighter by the second. Harry thought she was smiling for him, shooting Max a highly provocative glare, basically saying, see that, real skill. But right then, David's voice echoed through the room. Harry, here are the keys to the Rolls-Royce Phantom. The car is parked downstairs. Harry was absolutely overjoyed. He deliberately tossed those shiny keys up and down right in front of Max, showing off. Max was fuming, wanting to smash his smug face straight into the sofa. A Rolls-Royce. Come on, who wouldn't want a luxury ride too? Pick up girls, the system chimed in. Host, calm down. You have a car too, just try remembering your plot details. Max blanked for a second, quickly digging through his own memories. Then his eyes lit up. Holy crap, a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Jackpot. The 3 sisters watched Max flip from jealous to totally ecstatic, trying so hard to hold Back their laughter. Later at breakfast, David finally put down his chopsticks and announced, Max, Harry, this afternoon, both of you are heading straight to Jiangcheng University to register. Max was chewing on a chicken drumstick, his face instantly stiffened with pure reluctance. He muttered he could go alone. Harry quickly played the victim. Dad, he really doesn't want to go with me, does he? David was stunned, feeling a massive headache coming. Sarah stepped in sternly. Harry, do not think like that. And Max, why all the hate? You two are brothers. You really need to look out for each other. Harry lowered his head, playing the good son. Yes, Mom, but deep down he was grinding his teeth. His parents still didn't completely trust him in his past life. Max would have been kicked to the curb by now. The four sisters quietly ate their meals. But with their sharp eyes, they saw right through Harry's fake act. They frowned slightly but didn't say a word. Later that afternoon, right outside the garage, Harry stood looking incredibly smug next to a Rolls-Royce Phantom, the corner of his mouth curled up as he shot Max a meaningful smirk. Just then, a huge beast of a black SUV rolled up. Driver Barnes gave a wave. Young Master, the car is ready. Gas is full. You're good to go. Max confidently swaggered over, patted the beastly hood, and looked right at Harry. Nice ride you have there. Very cute and delicate. Mine is a bit bulky, haha. Harry completely froze, his smile shattered like ice. Hearing Max drop that massive flex, Harry's face turned a seriously nasty shade of green. He was doing this on purpose, 100%. Where did Max even score a Cullinan? The parents were way too biased. David watched this unfold, shaking his head helplessly, but honestly, internally, he was just as shocked. Where did Max get that Cullinan? The kid was seriously hiding his true depths. Harry choked down his rage, forcing a totally calm face as he slid into the backseat of the Maybach. Wait, wasn't it a Phantom earlier? Ah, whatever, still a crazy expensive car. Meanwhile, Max was in an amazing mood, yelling out, Uncle Barnes, follow Dad's car. The two absolute beasts rolled out of the villa, tearing toward Jiangcheng University. Inside his ride, watching the trees blur past, Harry's blood was absolutely boiling. Why did some fake outsider get a Cullinan? Every single thing should have been his. Back in his past life, things never went like this. The more Harry thought about it, the angrier he got. His eyes went pitch black. He swore right then he would totally win over his parents and sisters, stack up massive capital, and build raw power. Jiangcheng University was going to be his hunting ground. Armed with past life memories and future knowledge, the guy was fully confident he could crush Max under his boot. Meanwhile, right back at the Moore Villa, Penelope casually sipped coffee by the window. That sixth brother's Cullinan is quite interesting. Stella, hugging her tablet without even looking up, replied, when it comes to making people mad, he is a total pro. Didn't you see how twisted Harry's face got? Serves the guy right. Chloe, scrolling through entertainment news, casually judged, just annoying, eldest sister. Olivia had sharp eyes. Harry's mind isn't pure, that deep resentment in his eyes. Whenever he stares at Max, impossible to hide. Mom easily falls for his fake act out of sheer guilt. We need to watch him. Penelope tapped her nails on the glass table. Exactly. His cheap tricks are totally obvious compared to our sixth brother's crystal clear brain. It's like Harry is completely transparent, but our sixth brother is still dead set on escaping us. Keep dreaming, kid. Stella looked up, eyes practically glowing. With us sisters right here, you really think a walking gold mine like him is getting away? He has so many tricks up his sleeve, like someone getting ready to cause massive trouble at the university, Penelope added. The sisters exchanged knowing glances. Oh, they were definitely plotting something. 30 minutes later, down at the registration desk, freshman Harry was busy charming a pretty senior girl. Hey there, senior. I am Harry Moore, Business Administration. Class 1, the senior with a hair bun smiled. Hold on a second. She then turned to her colleague. Find the file for Harry Moore, Business Administration. Her colleague quickly started flipping through the paperwork. The bun-haired senior then looked right at Max. And what major are you, friend? he calmly replied, finance, Max. Moore, the senior's eyes instantly lit up. Her voice suddenly jumped 8 whole octaves. Oh. My God, you are Max Moore, the valedictorian of the college entrance. Exams, that is absolutely awesome. Here are your keys and files. Welcome to Zhongcheng. University, Max took the files with a bright smile. Thank you, senior, in his head he casually asked the system, Melon, why is Harry taking so long? Are they sorting the list by the number of strokes in his name or something? The system replied, reporting. To host, it is because he is actually in class too. Max absolutely lost it and burst out laughing. Ha ha ha. To Harry, that laughter felt like pure naked mockery. He whipped his head right around, his face flushing deep red. What are you laughing at? Max just raised an eyebrow, deliberately stepping close to him, and lowered his voice. Little brother, want to know why I got my stuff faster? Transfer me $10 to buy a bottle of water and I will tell you. Max, do not push it, Harry trembled with absolute fury. Fine, pay up and listen or I am leaving. Max pretended to walk away. Wait, Harry gritted his teeth and hastily transferred the $10. Spit it out. Max chuckled gleefully, leaning right into his rival's ear to whisper, because you are in class too. As if to perfectly prove Max's point, a senior's confused voice rang out. Hey, are you absolutely sure you are in class 1? There is no Harry Moore on the Business Administration Class 1 roster. Max burst right into uncontrollable laughter, instantly leaving behind a highly punchable smile before swaggering completely away, leaving poor Harry petrified. Right on the spot, his face went from red to green, then pale white. He took a deep, steady breath, trying to suppress his overwhelming humiliation, and squeezed the bitter words through his teeth. Sorry, senior, I remembered wrong. I am in class 2. The confused senior finally realized, drawing out her syllables. No wonder I could not find you. Here is the class 2 list. For Harry, every single second felt like a century. Once he grabbed his keys, he sprinted away from the registration area like he was being chased by wild ghosts. He just wanted the ground to swallow him whole. Meanwhile, let us follow Max to his dorm. The moment he pushed the door open, a giant mountain of pale flesh greeted his eyes. The chubby guy heard the heavy door, slowly turned around, and flashed an overly enthusiastic, massive smile. Oh, the brand new roommate is here. Hey, I am Derek. Max forced a calm smile. I am. Max, when did you get here? Derek smugly shook his head. Heth, I got here yesterday afternoon. You have zero idea. Yesterday, while welcoming the new freshmen. There were so many gorgeous senior girls, absolute top-tier quality. I even hunted down the brand new ranking list of Zhongcheng University's campus beauties. Come right here, expand your horizons. Let us check out our goals for the next 4 years. Derek excitedly scrolled through his phone, but he suddenly frowned. His bright smile stiffened and his voice filled with pure disbelief. Holy crap, bro, you are famous. You are famous all over the entire school. Max was hanging up his clothes and did not even bother turning around. It was bound to happen sooner or later. Zhongcheng's top valedictorian is here. It is hard to keep a low profile, Derek yelled. No, you're getting absolutely roasted. A massive group chat of freshmen is tearing him to shreds. Our MC froze, totally dumbfounded. He spun around. What, who? Did he even offend? Derek shoved his phone into his hands. The bright screen showed the Jiang Chung freshman group chat. Messages reading, is that valedictorian guy a fake from the Mo family? The real young master is back, yet he still has the sheer nerve to stick around. Classic cuckoo stealing the nest trope, and apparently he's incredibly arrogant. 2. Calling him an ungrateful snake. Seeing this garbage, his blood pressure completely spiked. He gripped the phone tightly. System Melon, run a trace. Which scumbag is dragging his name through the mud? The system buzzed, booting up information. Tracing modules, please stay calm, host. Meanwhile, Derek asked super cautiously, bro, are you actually from the Mo family? Our guy let out a bitter laugh. Yeah, scared. Scared you'll get dragged down too. Scared my butt, Derek fired back. Hearing this, his chubby roommate leaped right to his feet. I might be big, but I'm loyal. After talking to you for 5 minutes, I know you're solid. obviously. Someone is totally playing dirty here. Tell me, what do you need me to do? Spam. The chat defending you or block someone's door, just give the word man. Seeing Derek's instantly loyal attitude, our MC's anger cooled down by half. He smiled. Thanks man, but there's no need. Fighting with rabid dogs is just boring and messy. Drama like this comes and goes anyway. Let it be. It'll cool off in a few days. Derek nodded emphatically. You are absolutely right. We do not lower ourselves to the level of petty villains. Then the system chimed in. Trace. Complete host, the original source. Harry Mohi was literally crying and complaining about unfairness to his roommate, Joey. And Joey is the guy leading this whole witch hunt in the chat to smear you. A cold, dangerous light flashed in our hero's eyes, just as he expected. Day 1. And Harry is throwing hands. An easy target. You and I know better. He'll settle. This later, he would play with him slowly. For the next half hour, he unpacked his luggage while casually chatting with Derek. Hey man, got any big plans for tonight? Derek looked incredibly hyped. Do you even have to ask? Tonight is the massive freshman welcome party. The main event is Chloe Mo, the absolute undisputed #1 campus beauty of Jiang Chung University. Hearing his fifth sister's name, our MC totally paused. Fifth sister actually goes to this school. Derek's eyes completely lit up. Bro, is she actually your sister? He nodded. Yeah, she's my fifth sister. Derek instantly flashed a totally sycophantic smile. My dearest brother, for the sake of our brotherhood, please help me get just one picture with the goddess. Just one. He let out a dry laugh. It wasn't that he didn't want to help, but his relationship with his sisters was super tense right now. This was going to be tough. Derek grabbed his arm, shaking it like an absolute madman. Just one picture, bro. I swear I won't embarrass you. Okay. Okay, stop shaking. You're going to break my arm. I'm getting dizzy. Fine. He promised, but seriously, let go. Derek grinned from ear to ear. You are my absolute savior. Hot pot is on me tonight. All you can eat. Night soon fell. The two grabbed a quick bite, joining the massive crowd heading straight to the main auditorium. They barely managed to snag 2 empty seats in a far corner before their seats could even warm up. The party kicked off with the host's booming voice. Next up, please give your loudest applause to welcome the pride of Jiang Chung University, Chloe Mo. The entire auditorium instantly erupted. Derek practically strained his neck, screaming, Goddess, I love you. Up on stage, Chloe wore a stunning, bright yellow haute couture dress, microphone in hand. The very second she began to sing, the entire hall went dead silent. Her voice was pure magic, with just a hint of huskiness, absolutely perfect. She sang the track Dignity with so much raw emotion, completely nailing that vibe of regret. By the final note, the whole crowd exploded. Absolute madness. The host walked up, beaming from ear to ear. Thank you, Chloe, for that insane performance. Next up is our interactive segment. Everyone, look at the big screen. This wheel is gonna pick one lucky student to duet with our goddess, Chloe Moore. The wheel spun like crazy. Thousands of hearts basically stopped. Then, the number 26 flashed up clearly. The crowd buzzed. You and I both know what is coming, right? Derek checked his ticket, number 25. But a second later, he let out a massive scream of pure joy and slapped Max's back so hard it sounded like a literal thunderclap. Dude, you're number 26. That slap nearly sent Max flying. Man, do you have to be so aggressive? I'm just hyped for you. Derek literally shoved Max out of his seat. Under the gaze of the whole auditorium, Max walked onto the stage with a face that screamed, just end me now. The glaring stage lights made him instantly squint. Looking up, Max caught Chloe's lips curving into this really faint smirk-like smile. Wait, did she just smile? Was that an illusion, or was he blinded by the lights? Well, his system dropped the hammer. Micro-expression analysis proved Chloe Moore did actually flash a smile, probably because she found his awkward walk up there totally hilarious. Max raged internally. Fine Melon, you and I are officially enemies now. Yep, he was fuming. The host handed Max a mic. Lucky student, go ahead and introduce yourself. Max took a deep breath and Forced a very awkward smile. I am Max Moore. Whispers instantly exploded across the audience. Oh my god, it is that shameless fake young master. He actually had the guts to show his face. Max was practically blowing steam out of his ears. He told the system to trace it. Let's see which scumbag set him up. System was crazy fast. Host, the culprit is the student council president, Donald Dunn. He has been chasing Chloe Moore relentlessly, but keeps getting rejected hard. Harry Moore found him and made up some lie that Max also had a crush on Chloe. Triggering his jealousy, Donald rigged the wheel. Max almost cursed it out loud. Him, a crush on Chloe. Did Harry not even think before making up these lies? His system helpfully chimed in. Legally speaking, Max and Chloe shared zero blood relation, so he was technically fair game. Whose side was this system even on? Max's blood pressure hit the absolute roof. Meanwhile, Chloe actually overheard everything about Donald and Harry's little setup. Flash of anger crossed her eyes, spreading rumors that Max liked her. Oh, that was very calculated. As the audience grew even louder, Chloe stepped forward, her voice not loud but crystal clear through the mic. What song do you want to sing, Max panicked and blurted out, a little sweetness. She just nodded slightly, signaling the backstage crew to prep the track. Max let out a massive sigh of relief. Thank God, her vibe up here was totally different from the toxic snake she was at home, always trying to pick fights. But hearing that, Chloe's smile totally froze. This brat dared to call her toxic snake. Oh, it was on. Max was dead meat. He remained completely oblivious, only noticing that the temperature on stage somehow dropped a solid few degrees. And when that intro music hit, Chloe cast aside all the drama and her crystal clear voice. The music echoed out. Our main character took a deep breath, his voice slightly shaky at first, but that raw emotion, it completely silenced the loud crowd. Under the bright spotlight, their eyes locked for just a second, sparking some undeniable chemistry. 3 minutes later, a perfect finish. The whole auditorium totally erupted into deafening cheers. Chloe just naturally grabbed his wrist, dragging him straight toward center stage. Now, you and I know he was completely clueless. If he stole all the aggro, those jealous guys below would totally tear him apart. Sensing his absolute internal panic, Chloe just smirked. She looked exactly like a super smug, totally successful mastermind prankster. Her hand was soft, leaving behind this incredibly sweet, lingering fragrance. For a split second, our guy completely spaced out. Chloe gave his wrist a light squeeze, then dropped it like absolutely nothing happened, though her ears were slightly pink. She knew he was evaluating her, and her hands were seriously itching to smack the life out of him, but keeping that bright smile, she secretly calculated how to punish him. Later, they bowed to the crowd. He tried to make a break for it, but Chloe was way faster. She grabbed his sleeve, hauling him off. Fifth sister, slow down. Where are you taking me? She ignored him, dragging him directly into the backstage area. She spun around, her lips curling into this super mischievous smirk. The student council is throwing a private party tonight, and you are coming with me. He violently shook his head in pure panic. No way, sister. I just got to Jiangcheng University. I know nobody here. Plus, it is late. I really shouldn't bother everyone. Chloe smiled faintly, her tone dripping with sudden heavy sorrow. By then, have fun. A look of extreme disappointment completely crossed her face, and her voice dropped a few degrees. Sixth brother, even though we barely spoke before, we still lived together for 18 whole years. Now we are at the exact same school. I just have one tiny request: to introduce you to a few friends, and you won't even help. Our guy rolled his eyes internally, trying to guilt trip him with the family card. Absolutely no chance. Just as he opened his mouth to reject her, Chloe suddenly snapped her head up. 500 grand. His eyes grew as big as saucers, his heart hammering wildly. Jackpot. He was literally just stressing over his escape funds. Stick with me here. Who knew his sister was a literal walking goldmine? More gigs like this and he could escape far away. Then the system chimed in. Big congratulations to the host on scoring 500,000, spotting his totally money-hungry Face, Chloe seriously rolled her eyes internally. This kid had totally fallen into a massive money pit and refused to climb out. He flashed her an incredibly cheesy smile. It is a deal, fifth sister. You are my absolute favorite biological sister. Just give me the mission and I guarantee completion. Right at that very second, Donald Dunn marched right out from backstage, seeing our guy shamelessly buttering up Chloe. His pure jealousy instantly flared. He stormed over, shouting, "Chloe, this is a strictly private student council party. Even if he is your brother, is it really appropriate to bring some outsider?" Chloe shot back, freezing cold. "My business is none of your concern, Donald, and I highly advise you to stop pulling dirty tricks right behind everyone's backs." With that epic shutdown, she pulled our guy out of backstage. Donald just watch them leave, his face shifting between green and pale. Chloe actually knows the duet was all my doing. Impossible. Max must have badmouthed me right in front of her. Max, just you wait. Let's see what happens next. Half an hour later, VIP room. All right, Max and Chloe pushed the restaurant doors open. A girl with a smoking hot figure immediately tackled Chloe with a massive hug. "Chloe, you're finally here. I've been waiting forever." Chloe just smiled. "Yeah, got delayed on the way." Max was totally distracted by her beauty, thinking, "Holy smokes, this senior looks incredible." A total knockout and a feast for the eyes. Catching his wandering gaze, Chloe frowned and elbowed Max hard in the ribs. "Ouch." "Fifth sister, what was that for?" Max yelped. Chloe totally ignored him and made the introduction. "Mia, this is my brother Max, sixth brother. This is my best friend and roommate Mia." Mia dragged out her words, her eyes sizing Max up with total curiosity. "Oh, so you're the famous valedictorian of Gyeongshan. Heard a lot about you. Nice to meet you, Senior Mia." Max forced a polite smile. Now, at the next table, Harry watched them chatting happily. His jealousy was burning like an absolute wildfire. "Why, I'm the real bloodline of the Moore family. Why does fifth sister only care about that total fake? Fine, if you look down on me, just wait for the special gift I've prepared." He lowered his head, flashing a dark, super sinister smile. Max easily caught his nasty glare and sneered. Well, well, if it isn't my precious little brother Harry, why are you here? Isn't this an exclusive student council party? Are you already a core member? Man, you are climbing the ranks faster than a rocket. Called out. Harry's face turned completely green. He literally ground his teeth out loud. Donald Dunn quickly stepped in. "It's just a misunderstanding. Harry is super talented and wants to join the council. I brought him here to network, makes future teamwork a lot easier." Max pretended to have a sudden realization. Securing his spot early. Got it. Donald's mouth twitched hard. Harry was practically shaking with rage. Chloe finally spoke up coldly. "All right, that's enough. Everyone is here now. Take a seat." Everyone obediently sat down. The vibe was still awkward. You and I could basically smell gunpowder in the air. But they called a fake ceasefire. Sitting right next to Max, Derek shoved a massive piece of roast duck into his mouth, looking absolutely thrilled. "Max, this roast duck is god tier. Crispy, tender, and so wildly delicious. I might pass out." He grabbed another giant chunk. Max just shot him a look of playful disdain. "Hey, Big D, with your size, you are still eating like an absolute beast. Watch out, man, you are going to snap that chair." "Relax, I'm just warming up," Derek mumbled through a mouthful of food. Right then, a totally mocking voice from Donald's lackey Joey rang out loud. "What a country bumpkin. Acts like he's never seen real food before." Derek stopped chewing instantly. He slammed his chopsticks down on the table. "Who the heck are you calling a bumpkin, huh?" The tension in the room froze completely solid. Joey just sneered, eyeing Derek's huge frame with pure disgust. "Whoever is eating like a total slob, that's who I mean. Don't you understand normal language? Say that to my face again." Derek rolled up his sleeves, raising a fist the size of a boulder. "I'll punch you so hard you'll stick to the wall like a poster, and nobody will be able to peel you off." Joey was freaked out by that killer aura, completely speechless and looking ugly. Donald Dunn Stepped up to play the peacemaker. Brother Derek, please don't be mad, Joey just. Speaks without thinking. I apologize. Are we really buying this apology? Please don't. Derek snorted, waving it off. President Donald is way too polite. My patience is huge. I do not hold any grudges against this kind of trash. Lowers my value. Hearing that, Joey turned absolutely purple with sheer rage. He almost exploded, but Donald suddenly barked, Joey, sit down. Reluctantly, he sat back down, but his eyes shot literal daggers at Derek. Meanwhile, Mia leaned over, whispering to Chloe, her eyes totally sparkling with curiosity. Chloe, your brother is completely different from that vicious fake young master everyone is gossiping about in the group chat. This handsome guy has serious guts. What group chat? Chloe frowned, confused. Mia pulled out her phone, revealing a chat dragging Max's name right through the mud. This group was made to scout recruits, but who knew your brother was the main topic? He is handsome and a genius valedictorian. Getting close to him now could pay off later. Seeing those nasty insults directed at Max online, Chloe's face instantly darkened. Do not get any ideas about him. Why not? Mia blinked, full of obvious questions. You never cared about him before. Why are you suddenly acting like some protective mother hen right now? Shut up. Chloe flicked her friend's forehead. Basically, he is off limits. Stay far away from him. I do not believe you. Unless you like him. Mia smirked mischievously. Chloe turned bright red. Me like that rude brat? Keep dreaming. Then why can I not pursue him? Give me one good reason. Chloe totally stuttered, inventing an excuse instantly. Because he does not like your type. You are way too noisy. I do not buy it. You are lying. The two beautiful girls whispering made a perfect picture, which completely contrasted the heavy tension. But watch this. Our guy Max was busy demolishing his food right alongside Derek, ignoring everyone else. Suddenly, Harry and Donald traded a very suspicious, meaningful glance. Donald slowly stood up, gripping 2 full glasses of red wine, and walked directly toward Chloe. Chloe, earlier backstage, I misspoke and caused a huge misunderstanding. I formally apologize. Please forgive me. Chloe just glanced at him, thinking that he was still her colleague on the student council, and usually worked pretty seriously. Her view of him was not completely awful. She hesitated, then took the glass and replied very mildly, let us leave the past behind. She clinked glasses and drank it all down. Max was just gnawing on a rib, glanced over and asked his system, Melon, what dirty trick is Donald pulling right now? A honey trap. The system instantly blared a massive red alert. Host, the drink was spiked. Chloe just fell into a dirty trap. Max nearly choked. Damn it, no wonder he and Harry were smiling like total creeps, playing dirty. But wait, if that is true, maybe I can just sneak behind them and watch the show. The system groaned. Host dropped that terrible thought immediately, as Chloe suddenly felt a wave of intense heat rising. She screamed internally, that absolute bastard. Max totally knew but did not warn me. He even wants to watch a stream. You are so dead, Max. Realizing she had to leave right now, she tried standing. But her legs went totally weak, cheeks burning violently red, seeing the drug finally taking full effect. Donald quickly reached out. Chloe, what is wrong? Are you unwell? Let me take you to rest. Get lost. Chloe summoned all her remaining strength, shoved him hard and stumbled right out of the private room. Donald pretended to act super concerned and chased right after her, a sinister, nasty glint in his eyes, the cooked duck. Max set his jaw. He wasn't letting that escape. Suddenly, Mia noticed something was wrong. Her face dropped and she sprinted after them, relying on her absolute last shred of consciousness. Chloe stumbled backstage. You and I both know this is bad. With shaking hands, she pulled out her phone and frantically dialed Max. Get to the backstage now. Save me. 500 grand, come immediately. Max roared into his phone. 500 grand, fifth sister, give me 1 minute. I will be right there. Money-obsessed bastard. Chloe heard the dial tone and felt so awful she almost cried. Her entire body burned, aching heavily as she slumped against the cold wall of the Restaurant, meanwhile, Max grabbed Derek, who was still chewing aggressively. Follow me. Stop chewing, big emergency. Derek groaned, what is so urgent? I haven't finished chicken. Wing's fifth sister got drugged by Donald Dunn. If they are too late, she is. Finished, Max roared. Derek absolutely exploded. Holy crap, that pure dog dares to touch my goddess, I will chop him into minced meat. Derek bolted with a speed completely mismatched to his massive size, dragging Max right along. As soon as they ran out of the restaurant, they slammed right into a frantic Mia. Max, have you seen Chloe? No. Follow me. Max led them straight to the backstage and kicked the door wide open. The sight before them made all three gasp in pure shock. Chloe was curled up in the corner. Her eyes hazy, her cheeks flushed bright red. She was panting heavily, extremely nervous. Tugging at her collar, looking incredibly flushed and totally disoriented, Max took one single look and his face burned red, his heart racing fast. Derek's eyes were bugging out, his jaw dropping as he was practically drooling on the floor. Get out, both of you, right now, Mia screamed. Derek and Max scrambled right out. Leaning hard against the hallway wall, panting heavily, both their faces looking totally, unnaturally flushed. Inside that room, Mia struggled to support Chloe and fix her clothes. Shouting for them to help, they rushed back in. Mia barked her orders. Max, carry Chloe. I will go call a cab. Max's scalp went completely numb. Carry her. In this wild state, will she jump him halfway there? He was just an innocent young guy. How could he handle this? Stop joking. Around, the house is basically on fire. Mia angrily stomped her foot. I cannot carry her. You are a guy, you are the best fit. Hurry up or we are too late. Max gritted his teeth and hoisted Chloe right onto his back. Mia, take my car. Max tossed his keys to Derek. Run to the parking lot and get my Cullinan. Hurry up. A Cullinan, Derek blanked completely, then snapped back to reality. Okay, consider it done. He took off just like a rocket. Let's see what happens next. Max carried Chloe, writhing around, running like a madman toward the school gates. For Max, the entire journey was sweet, terrible torture, completely out of it. She clung to his back tightly, her burning fever making her completely delirious. She kept leaning her hot face against his neck, muttering entirely unconsciously. Max's face felt hot enough to fry an egg. His legs were starting to seriously wobble, running right beside them. Mia could not help but laugh out loud. Max was practically crying now. Mia, stop laughing, pull her off me, please. I cannot take this much longer. Barely holding back her laughter, Mia hastily tried to pull Chloe's completely restless head away from Max's neck, but it did not do much good. Moments later, Max clumsily stuffed her into the back seat of the car. Drive, find the nearest hospital, hurry up, just hold on tight. Derek slammed the gas pedal and the massive Cullinan roared to life, shooting down the road. Later, at the hospital near Gyeongchung University, the emergency doctor administered an antidote and a powerful sedative. Chloe finally drifted into a deep, peaceful sleep, though her brows were slightly furrowed, like her dreams were still annoying her. All right, Mia, it's handled. You guys head back first. It's been a truly long night. I'll stay and watch over fifth sister. Mia shot Max a look, suspicious but teasing. Max, are you really just watching, or are you waiting for her to sleep so you can pull something shady? Heaven and earth as his witness, Max pointed up, swearing, do I look like the kind of guy to take advantage? I am a true gentleman, the absolute animalistic stuff Donald does totally disgusts me, but internally Max was calculating hard, kidding. That 500 grand hadn't hit his account yet. How could he dare offend his boss? Sending them off, the room finally grew totally quiet. Between you and me, sleeping Chloe was still just breathtakingly gorgeous. Max unconsciously touched the faint bite marks on his face. This fifth sister was a total tigress. She nearly ruined his handsome face, but thinking of the 500 grand, he smirked. His big escape plan was ready for takeoff. Soon, sheer exhaustion washed over him. Max slumped down by the bed, dead asleep. By 7 a.m., Chloe's eyelashes fluttered, and she opened her eyes, fragmented but intensely vivid. Memories crashed right into her brain. remembering how she tightly clung to Max's back. Hands exploring right under his shirt, kissing his face completely out of control. She flushed bright red from head to toe, yanking the blanket right over her head. What the hell was she doing last night? How could she assault Sixth? Chloe felt completely mortified. How could she possibly face him? But right then there was a gentle knock on the hospital door. Max jolted awake, clumsily stumbling to his feet. Coming. He pulled the door open, finding Derek and Mia standing right outside with breakfast ready. Happy morning, Max. Mia smiled, her eyes immediately darting over to Chloe on the bed. Her voice dripped with total teasing. The goddess is awake. How are you feeling? All good. I'm fine. Chloe tried playing it completely cool, but couldn't hide her bright red cheeks. Derek nudged Max, whispering quietly, hey, look. The campus beauty's face is red as a peach. Awesome, Max whispered right back. Yeah, totally flushed. She must be remembering all her completely glorious achievements of torturing me last night. Internally, Max felt insanely smug. We all know Fifth Sister was super lucky she ran into him last night, a true gentleman who kept his purity intact. If it had been Donald instead, the consequences would be unimaginable. Hearing his inner thoughts, Chloe, already totally flustered, practically burst into flames. She gripped that blanket tight and ground her teeth. How dare this brat take advantage of her and still have the absolute nerve to boast, daring to mock her like that, furious. Then the system chimed in. Host, the 500,000 escape fund has not been deposited. You should remind her. Max instantly switched straight into money-grubbing mode, plastering on a greedy smile and scooting closer to the bed. Hehe, Fifth Sister, remember your little promise last night, that 500 grand, hehe. Seeing his eyes light up over the money, Chloe's embarrassment was quickly replaced by sheer raging fury. Do not worry, I will transfer it. Fantastic. Fifth Sister is truly a woman of her word. I trust you. He ignored Chloe's murderous glare. Now watch. Mia definitely noticed the weird vibes. She didn't fully get it, but her gut feeling told her Chloe was about to explode. She quickly stepped in to play peacemaker. Everyone all right, breakfast time. Chloe just woke up and she desperately needs to recharge. She scoffed coldly, grabbed a steamed bun and took a totally vicious bite. After eating, the doctor confirmed she was completely fine and discharged her. Right at that exact moment, his phone pinged. A text from Mom. Listen up, tonight is Chloe's birthday. Everyone must be home on time. 0 exceptions. Fifth Sister's birthday. Our guy completely blanked out. The system immediately reminded him. Host, do not forget the birthday present. A present. His heart was completely unmoved. He instantly started scrambling for a really cheap excuse. Why buy something? It is the thought that counts. If a gift is measured by money, is it even genuine? Chloe watched him checking his phone, a sudden glimmer of hope rising up. Does this brat actually know it is her birthday? Did he prepare some massive surprise? But hearing his stingy internal monologue, her hopes totally shattered. Furious, she coldly declared she was leaving. Whoa. Why the massive rush? Is she reincarnating or something? Our MC just scratched his head, turning straight to Derek. Hurry, drive the girls back to school safely. He still had important things to do. Do not worry, bro. I would cross literal swords and oceans of fire to protect the goddess. Derek thumped his chest proudly and chased right after them. Walking out those hospital gates, our guy slumped onto a flower bed and pulled at his hair in total frustration. Melon, save me. What exactly does Fifth Sister like? No nonsense here. He needed something super cheap but unique. The system replied slowly. Host, Chloe Moore actually has a very special hobby, street racing. She holds the absolute fastest lap record on the mountain roads near Yungcheng University. Since he already completed the hidden mission to protect the goddess, the system was unlocking a crazy reward. Get this, the next mission grants him the globally unique purple Bugatti Veyron. His heart hammered wildly in his chest. He almost passed out, but Milan dumped virtual ice water on him. This car is exclusively for Chloe Moore. It has a DNA lock that totally excludes our MC. He jumped Up in pure anger, are you actually kidding? He risks his life doing missions too. Work for his sister, the system tempted him. Calm down, think of the $1 billion. Think of exactly how grateful Chloe will be. Will his status in the family skyrocket? Thinking about all that money, he took deep breaths to suppress his raging anger. Fine, you win. What is the mission? The system sounded super excited. Go straight to the Moore Group headquarters and deliver a home-cooked lunch to his eldest sister Olivia, who is currently working overtime, and while she eats, he must sincerely deliver the following lines. Eldest sister, that absolute bastard Felix is totally tired of living and actively seeking his own death. In the future, whatever scumbag dares to piss you off, just say the word. Your sixth brother might lack talent, but I guarantee I will call 113 immediately. Then find a place with strong Wi-Fi, and we can run away like total professionals. Absolutely safe, reasonable prices. What do you say? Our guy was completely stunned. Melon, do you think this is comforting her or sending me straight to my grave? The system swore. Do not worry, the system has calculated absolutely everything in this specific scenario. This exact dialogue will be extremely effective on Olivia. The success rate is 99.9%. He sighed tragically, standing right up with a dramatically heroic aura. If he dies, he dies. For fifth sister's birthday present, he will risk it all. Meanwhile, Derek drove the Cullinans smoothly up to right at the Jeongcheon University gates. Chloe and Mia had barely stepped out of the car when Donald Dunn blocked their path. Chloe, are you okay? You looked terrible yesterday. I was so worried. Mia quickly chimed in, her voice dripping with pure sarcasm. President Donald, save your fake worry. Chloe is absolutely perfectly fine. She was completely and totally spoiled by Max all night long. What, you and Max spent the entire night together? Donald's expression instantly darkened like the bottom of a burnt pot. Are you okay? Did he hurt you? Seeing this utterly fake concern, Chloe just felt sick. Donald Dunn, he is my brother. You are totally overstepping your bounds. She grabbed Mia and marched straight into the university campus. Donald stood completely frozen, his face turning ghostly white. An entire night spoiled by her brother. They share zero blood, a grown man and a beautiful woman. All alone. Could it be she was taken advantage of? If Mia was there, maybe nothing happened, but that luxury car belongs to that bastard. He was totally frantic, his toxic jealousy gnawing at him like a venomous snake. He angrily stormed away. Meanwhile, let's watch Max dig through the kitchen ingredients and pull out a fresh chicken and some pork ribs, steamed chicken with scallions, sweet and sour ribs plus tomato egg soup, salty, sweet, perfectly balanced nutrition. Max chopped the chicken, marinated it, fired up the hot stove, and started frying. That mouth-watering aroma floated all the way up to the third floor. Penelope and Stella smelled it instantly. They both sniffed the air. Third sister, do you smell that? It smells absolutely incredible, completely different from Chef Wang's cooking. Penelope dropped her things and took a very deep breath. It really does. Let's go check. The two gorgeous sisters sneaked downstairs into the kitchen. They saw Max with his back turned, expertly flipping food in the wok. Stella, her soul completely captured by the aroma, tiptoed closer. Wow, smells amazing. How can anyone resist this? Holy crap. Max jumped, nearly dropping the heavy wok. He spun around and saw Penelope and Stella standing right there. Third sister, fourth sister, are you guys okay? We are totally fine. They snapped out of their awkward food trance. Penelope quickly offered up, let me help you carry the food. Stella was not about to lose here. I can help too. All right, Max stepped aside, quickly packing that amazing food into a thermal lunch box for eldest sister. As soon as he set the plate down, Penelope snatched a piece of chicken and popped it into her mouth. Her eyes practically lit up. Stella, taste this. Amazing. Stella grabbed a piece, her eyes totally full of happiness. When Max finished packing the lunch box and sat at the table, the wild sight before him was shocking. His two usually elegant, high-class sisters were tearing into the food like absolutely starving Tigers pouncing on prey, their chopsticks were flying at lightning speed. Max thought, I cannot let them eat everything. I need some soup, a real sense of crisis washing over him. He grabbed his chopsticks and dove straight into the delicious battlefield. 3 pairs of chopsticks clashed over the table. The only sounds were the crunching of food and completely satisfied grunts. Stuffed full, Penelope and Stella sprawled out on the sofa, their faces rosy and happy. Max let out a loud burp, grabbed the packed thermal lunchbox, and confidently headed out the door. 20 minutes later, top floor office of the Moore Group. He peeked through a crack in the door. Powerful, commanding woman was intently listening to a business report. The Foster Group is on the. They were totally broke. Chairman Foster called personally, practically begging for another chance. Olivia just scoffed coldly, tapping her desk in pure annoyance. Tell them to get lost, our guy yelled internally. Melon, who is this lady? Her vibe and looks absolute perfection. The system sighed, telling him to wipe his drool. That is Yvonne, her top-tier secretary. Her skills are just insane. Hearing that, his eyes absolutely lit up. A perfect and incredible secretary. When he finally escapes, he totally needs to hire a secretary exactly like her. But wait, his wild thoughts broadcasted straight to Olivia. Her hand holding the pen completely froze. Those dagger-like eyes locked onto the door, instantly zeroing in on him. Her little brother, awkwardly peeking right through the crack. Meeting that icy glare, he jumped hard. Game over. His big sister looked ready to commit absolute murder. Melon quickly chimed in. Host, you are here to deliver lunch and finish a mission. You did nothing wrong, right? He was here to deliver some sibling warmth. Why panic? Puffing out his chest, he flashed a harmless smile and pushed the doors open. Olivia looked at Yvonne. You can step out now. Yes, President Moore. The secretary nodded, gracefully walking out with absolute elegance, brushing right past him. His eyes were completely glued to her stunning figure. He smiled foolishly until the door clicked shut. Are you done staring? Olivia's freezing voice snapped him back to reality. Not yet. Wait, I mean. Absolutely not, he answered randomly, then violently shook his head. No, no. Eldest sister, you misunderstand. I am a true gentleman. I would never dare do anything like that. A vein literally popped on Olivia's forehead. She gritted her teeth. What are you doing here? He flashed a flattering smile, placing the thermal lunch box right on her desk. Well, eldest sister, seeing you work yourself to the bone over that trash, Felix, forgetting to even eat. Honestly, as your dear brother, my heart just aches, so I personally hit the kitchen and made some home-cooked dishes for you to try, just a tiny token of my comfort. He rubbed his hands together, eyes totally sparkling with hype. Olivia just frowned. He cooked it himself. Comfort me. What game is this brat playing? Even though she literally heard his thoughts about a reward mission, that word comfort still sounded wildly untrustworthy coming from him. You have delivered the food, now leave, she ordered with absolute ice. Wait, eldest sister, he quickly cleared his throat, packing his voice with fake emotion. Eldest sister, that absolute bastard Felix is tired of living and begging for his own death. In the future, if any scumbag dares to piss you off, just say the word. Your 6th brother might not have much talent, but I promise I will call the cops, then find a place with a strong Wi-Fi signal, and we can run away like absolute professionals, totally safe. Reasonable prices, what do you say? The second he finished, the office sank into a deeply awkward silence. Olivia just rubbed her aching temples. Fine, fine, I accept your goodwill. Got nothing else to do. Get out. Okay, eldest sister, eat. Slowly, I am out. He vanished faster than literal lightning, screaming inside. Mission complete. Yeah, Melon, where is 5th sister's Bugatti? Let me see it. The system replied. Mission complete. The reward has been sent to your virtual space, ready to materialize at any time. Hearing his chaotic footsteps fade away, Olivia just sighed, helplessly staring at the lunchbox. Can this brat actually cook? She opened the lid. Lifts. Boom. An explosive, mouth-watering aroma hits her instantly. Her stomach growled loudly in Protest, suspicious, she picks up a spoon and takes a tiny bite of the steamed chicken. Her eyes go wide, the flavor, both familiar and totally strange. Familiar because it feels warm and comforting. Strange because this masterpiece was made by her playboy brother. 10 minutes later, she polished off the soup and stared at the empty bowl, muttering that her sixth brother really hides his talents. With cooking skills like this, he could be a master chef. Tonight is fifth sister's birthday. You and I know this gets interesting. Walking outside the system suddenly issues a warning to Max. 7 high-threat targets detected. Location is rear left. With his current strength, the host can easily handle them. Max stops in his tracks. What scumbag dares to mess with the great-grandpa? Max, perfect time for some target practice. He pretends to be completely oblivious, turning into an empty alley. 7 thugs immediately speed up and block his path, glancing over. Max spots 2 guys wearing cheap plastic masks standing way in the back. He almost bursts out laughing. These 2 idiots wear cheap masks and think he will not recognize them. Donald Dunn's flashy posture and Harry looking terrified. Max would recognize them even if they were reduced to ashes. Max sneers right at them. President Donald, little brother Harry, it is blazing hot today. Is it not stuffy wearing those masks? Take them off. Your auras stand out way too much. Wearing them honestly makes no difference. Harry trembles, looking at Donald. Boss, we are exposed. What do we do? Donald is absolutely furious. He rips the mask off. So what if we are exposed? We have the numbers advantage. Pin him down. He barks at Max, demanding to know what he did to Chloe last night. Max casually picks his ear, making a hilarious face. Last night, yeah, he was with fifth sister. What did they do? Max drags out his words with a very wicked grin. Take a wild guess. What do a man and a woman alone in a room usually do? Exactly what you are thinking, you bastard. Donald roared out. Get him, break his legs. Harry echoes the order, commanding all 5 thugs to attack at once. The 5 men grin maliciously, swinging their heavy bats as they step forward. Kid, blame yourself for messing with the absolute wrong people. Max easily dodges the first thug's wild swing and plants a rock-solid kick right in his gut. The guy screams, clutching his stomach tightly as he rolls on the floor, his face turning pale. Donald is totally horrified. Max, you play dirty. The remaining 4 thugs hesitate, clearly intimidated by his killer aura, but relying on their numbers, they roar and charge right back in. But at the critical moment, a sharp female voice rings out from the end of the alley. Stop, before Max could even see the person clearly. His vision blurs and his back slams super hard onto the concrete ground. A freezing cold metallic object presses right against the back of his neck. Police, everyone put your hands on your heads and squat down right now. Do not move, Donald and his thugs turn green with fear, immediately squatting down with their trembling hands tightly on their heads. Max fights through the sharp pain, forcing a strained smile. Officer. Sister, this is a huge misunderstanding. They attacked me first. It was purely self-defense. Shut up and stay down. The gun remains as steady as a mountain, her razor-sharp eyes sweep the entire scene. Yes, ma'am, not moving. Max quickly surrenders, but internally he calls the system. Melon, who is this police goddess? The system quickly replied. Retrieving information. Complete. Target is Hazel, top detective of the Zhongchun CD, but get this, she is actually the secret heiress of the Hazel family, a top-tier wealthy capital family, but she hides her true identity, playing cop here for her own ideals. Now get this, Hazel is best friends with Max's eldest sister, Olivia. She came to see her today. Max wondered, did his big sister have business here? Could Olivia have caused trouble and got invited for tea? Hearing his internal thoughts, Hazel's heart actually skipped a beat. Still, she kept her icy expression. Police sirens wailed outside. 2 patrol cars pulled up, shoving the entire gang into the vehicles. Inside the interrogation room, Hazel slammed her pen down. Name, officer. Sister, I am Max. He smirked, trying to butter her up. Wipe that grin off your face. Hazel slammed the table hard. Speak clearly. What happened out there? He jumped, his smile freezing instantly. Max sat up straight and recounted everything. They attacked him first, he was just defending himself. Hazel took quick notes. All right, got it, we will verify this. If true, you can go call a family member to process your release. Call a family member. Who was he supposed to call? Max groaned internally. The Moore family. Wait, his eldest sister. He just delivered her a delicious lunch earlier. Even though it got messy, surely she would bail her brother out, right? But the system immediately threw cold water on him. According to its personality analysis, the chance of Olivia coming to the police station to save him is under 5%. Prepare to spend the night locked up. What a garbage system. It only knew how to drag him down. Max gritted his teeth. Hazel lowered her head, taking notes, but hearing his wild thoughts, the corners of her mouth twitched. She pulled out her phone and called Olivia directly. Hey, Olivia. We ran into some trouble. I was heading to your company to take a break and go shopping with you, but bumped into a massive brawl on the way. Your brother Max is involved. Harry was there too. We investigated the thugs, the two boys just got dragged into it. Max is totally fine. Come sign the papers so you can take him home. I will be right there, Olivia answered coldly. I will wrap this up quickly, then we go shopping like promised. I rarely get a day off, Hazel said. Olivia, who had been picking out a birthday present for Chloe, briskly agreed. Okay, see you in 10 minutes later, inside the bustling police station. Brace yourselves for this. Olivia walked in, spotting Max sprawled in a chair, legs stretched out, deeply engrossed in playing a game on his phone. She asked, Hazel, didn't you say Harry was here too? Where is he, that kid and Donald? Dunn already got laid out. Hazel pouted, completely unable to hide a hint of disdain. Olivia heard this, her eyes turning ice cold, and gave a motionless nod. Donald, Dunn, and Harry. She walked straight toward Max, who was still glued to his game. He caught a familiar scent. Sniff, sniff. Why was this smell so familiar? Smelled exactly like his eldest sister. Before the thought even finished, a delicate hand precisely grabbed his ear and violently twisted. Ow! Max leaped out of his chair, screaming loud. Eldest sister, gently. My ear is going to fall off. Olivia let go, her face completely devoid of emotion, having fun playing. Let's go. Max rubbed his red ear, looking at her with total grievance. What a cold-blooded demon, so absolutely ungrateful. He literally just delivered her gourmet lunch and now she was twisting his ear. Max raged internally. If she was not a girl, he would have swung back. His system quickly tried to douse the fire. Host, calm down. Think of the mission, think of the Bugatti, think of you and I are diving in, that billion-dollar mission. Max is absolutely fuming. He declares them mortal enemies. From today, he and Olivia are totally and entirely finished. He cuts all ties, vowing to never speak, turning his head away in sheer defiance. He stands firm. Hazel watches his dramatic little pout and almost loses it completely. Bursts out laughing. This Max kid is pure comedy. Olivia is far from angry. She is actually quite amused. Tormenting her younger brother is apparently just way too fun. A smirk creeps up as her voice suddenly turns ice cold. She turns and walks right out. Hazel stifles her laughter, following closely. Max stands there for exactly 3 seconds. Then, head hanging, he trails right after them. Like a totally defeated puppy. 10 minutes later, he is sprawled across the back seat. His face looks like his soul completely left his body. Worse, Officer Hazel is riding along with them. Up in the front seats, Olivia and Hazel casually chat enthusiastically about their jobs. The vibe is cheerful. Max is basically the invisible guy stuck in the corner, radiating pure negative energy. Realizing they are not heading home, he gathers some courage and forces a fake smile. Where exactly are we going, sisters? He suddenly brings up an urgent school matter. A fake school emergency. Olivia just glances up at the rearview mirror, her voice totally teasing him. Weren't you completely ignoring us? Max immediately cries out, playing the absolute victim. How could he ever ignore her? She is his deeply respected Precious eldest sister, basically a loving mother. His profound affection for her is exactly like a raging river, endless and eternal. Hazel turns around, brightly smiling. At him, they are going shopping at Universal Plaza, and of course he has to tag along. Also, just Hazel is fine. Max instantly drops his smile. He begs to stay behind. He promises to wait in the car without running off anywhere. Rejected, Olivia and Hazel shoot him down in perfect unison, sharing a look and a quick smile. Free labor needs to have at least a little bit of self-awareness. He is totally doomed. Evil capitalists. He collapses back like a literal salted fish, losing all hopes and dreams. Arriving at Universal Plaza as soon as they step out, these two women charge directly into a fancy jewelry store. Max has absolutely zero interest in shiny rocks, just leaning against a pillar. Internally, he starts complaining, these stupid rocks. Besides looking pretty, what use are they anyway? Can you eat them, drink them? They are honestly worse than a cheap pack of instant noodles. Hazel clearly hears his thoughts, the corners of her mouth twitching slightly. She quickly pretends to study a necklace to hide her reaction. Olivia points at a ring. She says the blue diamond cut is quite nice. Decent clarity too. The staff eagerly smiles. Miss Moore has a great eye. This is their absolute store treasure, a top tier South African blue diamond. Max sneaks a peek. Over $500,000 for totally useless rock. His sister is crazy. Give him that money, he could travel the world 800 times with leftover change. Olivia hears him, shooting over an absolutely icy glare. He quickly flashes a nervous, kissing up smile. Hazel grabs a necklace to try on. She asks Max for his thoughts. He just glances over, tossing out a generic answer. Pretty, pretty, you look beautiful in anything. But inside his actual head, it is literally just glass on a string. What is the difference? Hazel gets so furiously mad. She is practically blowing steam. She quietly sets the shiny necklace back down. Over an hour passes. Olivia checks her watch. Hazel, it is getting late. Let us head back. Hazel nodded. Yeah, she really needed to get back to the precinct. She had a report due tonight. Too bad she couldn't stay. Wish Chloe happy birthday for her. After dropping Hazel off, the car finally turned back toward the Moore villa. Watching the scenery passing by, our guy was thrilled. Freedom at last. But he totally missed Olivia staring at him through the rearview mirror, her lips curving into a deeply mysterious smile. Walking into the Moore villa, Olivia's eyes locked onto someone in the living room. Victoria. You are back. Having just escaped his annoying shopping porter duty, he followed her gaze and saw a woman lounging lazily on the sofa, the second sister. Victoria wore a stunning evening gown, clearly rushing back from some big event. She had no time to change. Hey, eldest sister, just landed. She stood up, smiling so radiantly. Her eyes then shifted to him, holding all those shopping bags. Their eyes met. He completely froze. Holy crap, was this really the legendary second sister, the top-tier superstar actress and singer, Victoria Moore? The system sighed. Host, please stay calm. Yes, your second sister is a top-tier idol. The other sisters had warned her, but hearing his bizarre inner thoughts still made her eyes flash with total surprise and amusement. Oh my God, a living, breathing superstar. You and I can tell he just had to shake her hand and brag about it forever. Absolutely determined, he rushed right over and dropped to one knee. Second sister, your amazing reputation is literally like rolling thunder. Meeting you today is the ultimate blessing. Could he have the honor of shaking her hand as a souvenir? The entire living room went dead silent. The four sisters, despite being mentally prepared, couldn't stop their mouths from twitching at his insanely over-the-top performance. Victoria was honestly taken aback by his crazy intensity. Was this goofy kid really the quiet, gloomy boy from her memories, like she was possessed? She reached out. He grabbed her hand tightly and shook it vigorously. He was actually holding a superstar's hand, so soft and smooth. His life was complete. The system warned him, host, stop this fanatical behavior. Maintain your image. Hearing the word fanatical, Victoria just couldn't hold back a laugh. He reluctantly let go and stood up, catching sight of Donald lurking nearby. His smile vanished instantly. He lifted his chin. Oh, if it isn't the noble President Donald. Tonight is a more family private dinner, pal, you. Waltzing in here is a bit tactless, don't you think? Donald's face stiffened. Before he could even defend himself, Harry jumped right out. Brother. President Donald is here to apologize to fifth sister. He knows he messed up. Mom and Dad already agreed to let him stay. Our guy looked at him like he had swallowed a bug, finished apologizing, and the birthday party is starting soon. President Donald, it's getting pretty late. Show yourself out. Donald's face turned totally purple, his fists clenched, but he did not dare cause a scene inside the Moore household. Victoria gently patted his shoulder. All right. Sixth brother, whatever grudge you have, today is fifth sister's birthday. Let's settle it after we eat. His anger instantly vanished. Donald breathed a huge sigh of relief, forcing a super stiff smile. Let us eat, Sarah said, breaking the tension. Victoria grabbed Olivia's arm, flashing a bright smile, leading everyone straight to the dining room. The dinner table slowly warmed up. Even Donald desperately tried to join the conversation just to save some face. David set down his spoon. Victoria, it is rare for you to visit, talk more with Harry. You two share the same blood, so you really should be closer. Yes, Dad. Victoria wiped her mouth, a totally perfect smile on her face. Now watch what our guy does next. Melon, quick, scan second sister. Does she have any massive drama coming up? Hopefully the earth-shattering kind. The system sounded absolutely hyped. You got it, host, firing up the gossip radar. Just wait, almost. In perfect sync, the entire Moore family froze their chopsticks midair. They held their breath, waiting for the juicy results. Boom, found it. Massive drama inbound. Second sister Victoria Moore gets stalked by a completely unhinged fan on her way back to her hotel after a college reunion tomorrow night. According to this predictions, there is a huge risk she gets attacked. Worse, her face might be completely ruined. Clink, Sarah's silver spoon dropped right into her bowl. All the terrified sisters gasped hard, eyes wide with pure shock. Victoria's hand visibly trembled. A ruined face for a superstar like her, that meant total catastrophe. Harry quickly noticed the weird atmosphere and totally pretended to care. What is wrong, everyone? Why did you all stop eating? Is the food bad? Sarah reacted first, forcing a very awkward smile. It is nothing, keep eating. The soup is just hot. Everyone else seemed to snap out of it, grabbing their chopsticks again, though their movements were super stiff. Our MC was absolutely reeling from this drama. Second sister is at the peak of her career. If her face gets ruined, her life is entirely over. Melon, lock onto that crazy fan right now. Give him all the info. He was definitely taking charge of this. He had to step up and save his second sister. Time to show her what a reliable little brother really looks like. Hearing his heroic thoughts made the sisters' hearts totally waver. This kid actually had a real sense of responsibility, but before their hearts could completely warm up, Chloe suddenly dragged her knife and fork across her plate. It made a piercing screech. She glared at him, eyes burning with pure resentment and bitter jealousy. You are so eager to help second sister, but when it came to me, you demanded 500 grand. You two-faced jerk. He visibly shivered. Why did the room suddenly get so freezing cold? Is the AC cranked way too high? Anyway, after dinner came the gift giving. Donald Dunn confidently stood up and presented this incredibly exquisite gift box. Chloe, happy birthday. Just a small gift. I really hope you like it. Our guy pretended to pick his teeth, acting totally distracted, but internally he summoned the system. Melon, what did that dude buy? The box looks super flashy, definitely not cheap. The system instantly replied, scan complete. A Cartier diamond necklace symbolizing absolute eternal love. Oh wow, host, Donald really went completely all out. It is the eternal heart. He scoffed hard. Eternal my foot, a toad dreaming of eating swan meat. Fifth sister is his golden goose. There was no way he was letting this creep stick to her. Before Chloe could even react, he completely snatched the shiny gift box. Wow, President Donald, you are way too polite. A gift this precious. How can we make fifth sister open it herself? Let me do it. He mercilessly ripped the fancy packaging apart. Harry instantly jumped up. Brother, what are you doing? Gifts must be opened by the recipient for good luck. That is the rule. He nervously glanced at David. He desperately looked at Sarah for backup, but David, just casually sipping his tea, examining the cup like it was some ancient masterpiece. Meanwhile, Sarah and the sisters stayed perfectly quiet, eyes sparkling, absolutely ready for the drama to begin. All right, watch this. Donald forces a stiff, fake smile. He glares, but our guy Max, he doesn't care at all. Max rips the wrapper right off. Whoa, fifth sister, look. At this, it's the legendary Eternal Heart. Oh my god, this must be worth hundreds of thousands. It's so shiny, it's blinding my titanium eyes. Try it. On fifth sister, I guarantee you'll outshine everyone. Unmatched beauty. Hearing Max's praise, Donald actually puffs out his chest. His eyes are shining, hoping Chloe will finally notice his intentions. She's just about to refuse. But before she can even speak, Max moves like lightning, immediately clasping the necklace right around her neck. Don't be shy, fifth sister, let me help you. Feeling the cold metal, Chloe blushes hard. She shoots Max a seriously annoyed glare. This brat never gives anyone a chance to refuse. Meanwhile, Max is feeling incredibly smug. Mission accomplished. He has to admit this thing is seriously sparkly. Donald might be total trash, but his taste, actually perfect. It looks flawless. On fifth sister, Chloe looks down, knowing Max put it on her himself. Her anger suddenly fades away completely. Fine, I'll wear it for now. But right then, she hears his inner thoughts and nearly explodes. Fifth sister must love it, but since it's from Donald, she definitely won't wear it for long. After the party, I'll just tell her to let me handle it. I'll sell it and make a massive fortune. Score. Chloe's face turns beet red. Her eyes look ready to burn holes straight through him. Max, you absolute bastard. I felt a bit moved just now. Turns out it's all for cash. Then, second sister Victoria suddenly bursts out laughing, followed by their parents totally losing it. Max is completely dumbfounded. Is second sister crazy? Why is she laughing so hard? What's everyone staring at? Is there food on his face? Max touches his cheek, looking down, finding absolutely nothing. Melon, analyze this. Why are second sister and everyone else laughing? His system just shakes its head. Host, this is a heavenly secret that cannot be revealed. The only hint your extreme frugality has caused a strong resonance. Resonance, yeah right. Useless system, always playing dead when he needs it. Max curses the system internally, seeing Victoria laughing so hard she's basically choking and the rest of his family desperately holding it in. Max just scratches his head. Whatever, laughing makes you 10 years younger. If I run away tomorrow, they won't get to laugh anymore. Hearing those exact words, the entire family instantly stops laughing. Dead silence. Everyone's faces go completely stiff. Only Donald and Harry remain totally clueless, thinking Max just did something to piss Chloe off. Watch this. Harry's eyes flash with pure disdain and smugness. He pulls out a simple gift box. Inside, an abstract clay pot looks incredibly childlike. Fifth sister, I made this myself. It took so much time. I really hope you like it. Chloe, face totally emotionless, takes the box and casually tosses it onto the giant gift pile. Her eyes don't even flicker. Max is dying laughing internally. That garbage pot just got tossed aside to collect dust. Absolutely satisfying. Let him play the pitiful good boy. Then the system chimes in. Host, according to my official appraisal, the market value of that clay pot is exactly 0. Melon is brutal, but Max absolutely loves it. He's practically rolling on the floor, laughing in his mind. Harry put in all that effort, and it's literally worth nothing. That face slap hits way harder than if Max did it himself, seeing his gift ignored Harry's. Harry's eyes flash with pure resentment. He turns to Max, raising his voice. Brother, fifth sister loves you most. Your gift must be incredibly Expensive, right? Max forces a tight smile. Of course, the gift I'm giving. Fifth sister will literally make her scream. This massive boast instantly draws the attention of the entire table. Chloe feels seriously uneasy. What is this? Brad, up to now, why the sudden chill? Max takes a deep breath, shouting. Fifth sister, my gift is a globally limited edition Bugatti Veyron. It's waiting in the garage for you to conquer the streets. Chloe completely freezes, eyes wide, face pale with shock. Could he mean that unique purple supercar? Mysterious billionaire just bought for nearly €1 billion. She'd totally obsessed over it in magazines, never dreaming she'd own it, and now her goofy brother claims he's actually gifting it to her. Max lifts his chin proudly. Yep, from now on it's fifth sister's personal ride. Victoria voices the question on absolutely everyone's mind. Sixth brother, wait, wasn't that hypercar bought by some mysterious billionaire? Where did you get it? Max stiffens. He panics. System Melon, save me. How does he spin this? He can't exactly say he made lunch for eldest sister, gave some comforting words, and a Bugatti magically dropped from the sky, hearing him mumble about lunch and comfort. All eyes instantly snap to Olivia. She lowers her head, desperately trying to hide her bright red ears behind her hair, failing miserably. Penelope and Stella instantly catch on. They smirk playfully. Oh, so that's how it is. David and Sarah can't hold back either, bursting into laughter. Meanwhile, System Melon groans. Host Melon is just a weak little system. Making up stories isn't in my service package. Improvise. Good luck. Max screams internally. You are completely useless. His world goes dark. Harry immediately seizes this perfect opportunity to mock him. Brother, why did you stop talking? Could it be you can't answer? Did you get this car through shady means? Donald backs him up, pretending to be totally heartbroken. Exactly. Max is young and naive. He loves showing off. I get it, but there has to be a limit. Taking such a crazy, reckless risk just to impress Chloe is too foolish. Chloe, don't let him trick you. You and I know Max won't let these two clowns frame him. Time for payback. Max throws on a perfectly innocent, totally wronged expression. Oh, little brother. Harry, you saying that literally breaks my heart. Why slander a good person? You claim I got the car through shady means. Really? Well, do you actually have any proof? Because if I did, and you saw it but didn't stop me, even helping cover it up, then your crime of aiding and abetting is way worse than stealing a car. You are in a very dangerous situation right now. Harry gets blasted by this verbal counterattack, looking utterly confused. Nonsense, I was just guessing, a logical deduction. Max drags out his words. Oh, just guessing. You scared me to death. I thought you and Donald were actually helping me pull off the heist of the century. Seeing their furious expressions, Max is absolutely thrilled but keeps a deadpan face. Don't worry, fifth sister, the papers for this car are completely legitimate and ready to transfer. If you don't believe me, let's go see it right now. Despite finding this whole situation completely bizarre, Chloe chooses to trust Max 100%. She nods. Let's go. The whole group marches out toward the garage. Harry and Donald look absolutely sick, gritting their teeth as they follow. They all wanted to see what trick he was playing. Max clicked the keys. 2 purple beams of light sliced right through the dark garage. He handed the keys to Chloe. Here you go. Fifth sister. Chloe gripped those keys tight, running her hand along the sleek purple body of the ride before jumping into the driver's seat. The roar of the engine sent everyone into absolute frenzy. His sisters couldn't hold back and fought for a turn behind the wheel. The garage was filled with laughter and chatter. Only Harry and Donald stood there, with faces so dark they were practically dripping water. Standing beside them, listening to that wild engine roar, Max's heart bled completely. His ultimate flexing weapon gone. Why is fifth sister the only one who gets to drive it? Melon, you are so biased. The gift-giving party ended perfectly in the roar of that engine. Back in the living room, Chloe couldn't stop smiling, looking at him with warm eyes. He really did it. Once the party wrapped up, Max whistled a tune, walking lightly back to his room, planning to Take a hot shower and figure out a way to keep fifth sister's diamond necklace. For his secret escape fund, his entire future depended on it, just as he stepped out of the bathroom. He heard voices out in the hallway. He immediately pressed his ear to the door to eavesdrop. Harry was totally sucking up to Olivia. Eldest sister, you're going to the East City project bidding tomorrow, right? Can I come with you too? Learn. I know I lack experience. I just want to follow you and broaden my horizons, Olivia replied coldly. The bidding involves actual commercial secrets. It's not convenient to bring newcomers. Stay home and help Dad handle the basics. Max laughed internally. Wants to crash the bidding. Denied. Absolutely zero chance. Pathetic, but then a brilliant idea struck him. Eldest sister doesn't want to take him, so he had to help out. He wanted to see what this guy's plotting plus messing with eldest sister sounded like fun. He threw the door wide open. The two of them jumped, staring straight at his abs through the bathrobe. Olivia froze, her ears turning bright red. Damn it, eldest sister is blushing again. How many times is this today? Her reactions are top tier. Whoever marries her is going to be the luckiest guy alive, inheriting 8 lifetimes of good karma. Olivia tried to keep her cool, her voice trembling slightly. Why did you come out dressed like that? Internally, she scolded him for having zero manners. What nonsense is he spouting? Not noticing she was embarrassed, he casually slung an arm around Harry's shoulder. Eldest sister, just let Harry go. Bidding war is a huge event, a perfect opportunity for young people to learn. Right, my dear brother. He patted his shoulder so hard he almost fell over. Harry winced in pain, but seeing a golden opportunity, he quickly forced a smile. Eldest sister, sixth brother is right. I just want to learn. I promise I won't cause trouble. Seeing Max's wicked grin, the veins on Olivia's forehead totally bulged. She stayed silent for a moment, then coldly said, Fine, Harry can go, but Max, you're coming too. His face froze completely. Crap, he was planning to trick eldest sister into letting him tag along in disguise. Why did the script totally flip? Olivia shot him a meaningful look. Go broaden your horizons too. Then she turned and walked away. He quickly forced a flattering smile. Okay, I guarantee I won't embarrass you, eldest sister. Looking at her noble, cold back, Harry violently shoved his arm off. His voice was full of pure venom. Max, if you know what's good for Harry snaps, telling him to get out of the Moore family. 18 years of leeching isn't enough. Now he wants to compete. The fake smile completely drops from our hero's face, instantly replaced by pure mockery. He isn't leaving. What's Harry gonna do about it? Die mad. Harry's face turns totally green. Just wait, there will be a day, he cries. He glares at our guy, turns and slams the door. Suddenly, the room right across the hall opens up. It's Victoria. She's wearing this incredibly mysterious smile as she steps right up to him. She lightly pokes his abs. He practically jolts like he just got electrocuted, jumping straight back. Second sister, what is she doing? Victoria crosses her arms, teasing him. What is he hiding from? He's seen plenty of hot bodies. What hasn't he seen? But she honestly didn't expect her little brother to be built like a tank. She lets her eyes wander over his abs. Not bad at all. Our guy panics. Second sister is basically a starving wolf. He screams internally for backup. Victoria just laughs at his absolutely ridiculous panic, rolling her eyes. Does she look like that kind of person? If she did make a move, he'd be the one hitting the jackpot. Makes sense, he completely blanks, blinking hard. She actually has a point. His fear vanishes and he chuckles. His second sister is totally right. Please continue. Continue his foot. Victoria laughs, lightly swatting his arm. Time for business. Tomorrow she has a college reunion. He is coming with her. A college reunion, he is completely dumbfounded. You and I know his luck is terrible today. Before he could trick his eldest sister, she dragged him into that bidding war. Now his second sister is dragging him to a reunion. What a wild coincidence. He contacts his system. Melon. Tell the truth. Is it secretly manipulating the whole script behind the scenes? The system cries foul. Pure injustice. Host. The system strictly follows All the rules, zero plot interference. It's totally just a coincidence. Victoria nods, yep, a reunion. She's taking him out to see the world. It's decided. Dress nice, don't embarrass her. She doesn't even give him a chance to refuse, heading back. Inside, whatever, he'll go. It's a solid chance to protect his sister anyway, and maybe deal with that crazy fan. Without overthinking it, he whistles and heads right back into his room. Once the door clicks shut, he excitedly calls out, Melon. What is the reward for that hidden mission earlier? It's gotta be epic. Right, the system chimes in, reporting to host. The hidden mission is officially announced. Tomorrow night at the reunion, Victoria Moore is going to be publicly harassed and completely humiliated by her old suitor, Chad. The host must play the overbearing fake boyfriend, step up and absolutely crush that scumbag. The reward, basic martial arts skills. Our boy jumps up. This mission triggered because he just bullied Harry right. Chad was literally brought in by those two to hurt Victoria. The system confirms it, spot on. Donald Dunn and Harry Moore collaborated on this dirty trick. Mother of, do these two absolute jerks have a death wish or something? He is literally fuming. Mission accepted. Tomorrow he will show Chad who is boss and teach those two scumbags a serious lesson. Now you and I hit the bidding event. Eldest sister. Harry and our MC sit in the Moore family's VIP area. He glances over, spotting the Dunn family. He asks the system, Melon, who is that bald guy and the dude standing next to him? The system replies, that bald guy is Daniel Dunn, head of the Dunn family. The guy next to him, that's Donald's older brother, Rex Dunn. He's our main character is intrigued. He looks better than his younger brother. Wait, did he just wink at the eldest sister? The system chimes in, Rex Dunn wants Olivia Moore, a terminal case of unrequited love, apparently. Our guy scoffs. Has this man not looked in a mirror, dreaming of his sister? The audacity. Suddenly, Rex stands up, raising his bidding paddle. His voice completely trembles with excitement. 8 billion. The whole hall gasps. Olivia frowns, shooting Rex a freezing glare. She is completely caught off guard by his wild bid. Rex just stares right back. He isn't scared at all. Instead, he flashes what he actually thinks is a super charming smile. Gross, he winks again. Our boy is furious. Seriously, sister. Destroy this clown. Teach him a lesson. The system warns the host to stay calm. Looking like a total fool, Olivia has her own plans, and sure enough, she ignores Rex, signaling her assistant for the move. 10 billion. The assistant raises the paddle high. 10 billion. Rex practically screams out, 12 billion, staring intensely at Olivia, his eyes dripping with obsession and pure provocation. The whole room turns her way. Olivia just calmly sets down her water glass. A tiny smirk forms as she tells her assistant two simple words, 20 billion. The paddle goes up again, 20 billion. The hall absolutely erupts, tension shattered, jumping straight from 12 to 20 billion isn't just a wealth flex. It is naked, absolute, ruthless contempt. For the opponent, Rex turns pale as a ghost. He completely collapses back into his chair, dropping his paddle to the floor. Absolute domination. Our main character is riding a total high. Rex is way too green. He already plans to dig up this treasure, turning it into a family heirloom, but the system quickly throws cold water. Host. Manage those facial expressions. You are grinning like an idiot right now. What does a system know about the joy of victory? Nonsense, it replies. Do you even understand the feeling of getting rich overnight? Meanwhile, Olivia is just about to stand up, but wait, hearing her brother's thoughts, she pauses, sneering internally. This kid is dreaming big, huh? Wants to secretly dig up treasure behind her back. Absolutely no chance. The auctioneer calls it out. 20 billion going once, twice, and 20 billion going 3 times. Sold. Huge congratulations to the Moore group. Olivia lifts her chin a bit, standing up with total grace to sign the contract. Her brother laughs gleefully, begging the system to scan Rex again. He probably wants to find a hole to crawl into right now. His face has to be greener than spinach juice, right? Let him enjoy this victory. The system replies, reporting to Host Rex Dunn's heart is currently ash, empty eyes, his spirit is severely crushed. Summary, pure tragedy. Ha serves him right, a toad dreaming of swan. Meet, as they say. After signing, Olivia turns around and spots our guy looking around like someone hunting for juicy drama. Following his gaze, she spots Harry sneaking toward Rex Dunn. He smiles wickedly, deliberately yelling out across the room. Harry, what's taking you so long? Our sister won big, hurry up and follow us out. Harry jolts, spinning around with a forced smile way uglier than crying. I wasn't doing anything. Coming. He jogs over, keeping his head completely down, not even daring to look up. Olivia keeps walking, but her fingers slightly clench as she passes Rex. Her brother deliberately slows his pace and loudly declares, Young Master Dunn lost. Better start saving up those pennies. Rex's eyes go bloodshot, gritting his teeth hard. Bastard. Our guy just swaggers away, his back radiating pure real smug villain aura here. Inside the car, Olivia kept that total ice queen persona. She just focused on driving. Harry cowered in the corner, eyes full of pure venom. Our MC leaned back, totally relaxed, and pinged his system. Melon, what exactly was Harry planning back there? Was he trying to unearth that specific land's hidden value? The system fired back, spot on host. Harry is targeting that exact plot. Being a reincarnator, he knows its massive hidden worth. Using that future intel, he pushed the Dunn family to act as his perfect meat shield for the bidding. If the Dunns pulled it off, he would hide as a strategic partner and secretly go dig up the real treasure. Beautiful, the classic bait and switch tactic, just truly wicked. Our MC frowned. But wait, why not just tell his eldest sister to buy it and then dig it up secretly? Wouldn't that be way easier? Using the Dunns is super risky. The system praised him. Smart host, this is a multi-layered scheme. First off, Harry just returned to the Moore family. His footing is totally shaky, trying to pull tricks right under Olivia's nose without getting caught. Absolute pipe dream. Second, if that massive treasure fell into the Moore family's hands, he definitely wouldn't be able to pocket a single dime. He'd much rather let the Dunns take the heat while he plays the predator in the shadows. Third, and honestly the most important part, in those reincarnated memories, Harry has an absolutely bone-deep terror of the Moore family, especially his eldest sister Olivia. He wouldn't dare pull tricks on territory. That is exactly why he risked partnering with the Dunns. Our boy burst out laughing hard. Eldest sister is an absolute boss. Harry is as terrified of her as mouse looking at a tiger. But get this, you guys. Hearing his thoughts, Olivia felt struck by lightning. She totally panicked and slammed the brakes. The sudden massive momentum sent Harry crashing headfirst right into the seat in front of him. He rubbed his glowing red forehead, looking at his sister totally pitifully. Eldest sister, are you doing okay? Our MC complained internally. What's wrong with eldest sister now, and why is Harry acting so incredibly fragile? Now watch this. Olivia heard that. Her cold eyes narrowed sharply as she shot him an absolute death glare right through the rearview mirror. He was still laughing internally when he met that terrifying gaze. He visibly jumped. Melon, did eldest sister just glare right at me? Her eyes are literally knives. She is looking right through my soul. Save me, the system gloated. Correct host, Olivia Moore's literal death glare has been delivered. Surprised, entertained, happy my butt, our guy screamed inside his head. Now I understand why Harry is terrified of her. That gaze isn't just a look, it is a full mental attack with a wild freeze effect. Who could even withstand that? Hearing his complaints, the corners of Olivia's lips just curved up slightly. Am I really that scary? Looking at him, visibly cowering through the mirror compared to his super smug attitude earlier, she felt a strange, totally unfamiliar emotions suddenly rise within her. She just lightly stepped on the gas, merging back into traffic. Once the car stopped right at the gates of Jeonchung University, Harry looked like he had just been granted royal amnesty. He hurriedly said goodbye and sprinted onto campus, looking completely panicked. Our MC scoffed. Running so fast, is he rushing to reincarnate again? What a total coward. He stretched, waved casually at Olivia, and swaggered away singing completely off-key. Olivia just watched his retreating back. Real fire of frustration burning within her. This disrespectful brat used to be a simple punching bag. Now he is completely shameless and stubborn. At the "Let's dive in the cafeteria," Max just sat down when Derek chuckled. "Hey, Max, you're trending again." Max looked at him, completely bewildered. What did he do now? "Speak English." Derek mysteriously whipped out his phone. "Remember the freshman gossip group? Today, some girl claiming to be Harry's girlfriend showed up." Max almost spat out his food. A piece of braised pork literally dropped from his chopsticks. His girlfriend? What kind of crazy chick is she? What girl is blind enough to date him? It's true. Derek shoved his screen over. Max grabbed it quickly. Scrolling through the chaotic chat history, Harry's new girlfriend had a massive attitude, spamming dozens of angry voice messages. Derek winked. The important part is out of every 10 sentences, 9.5 are cursing you out. What did I even do to her? She announced that if anyone sees you, they must report it to her immediately so she can deal with you personally. She swore that every single time she sees you, she'll beat you up. Max was shocked. Damn, did this girl take the wrong meds, or did Harry feed her some kind of brainwashing potion? System Melon. Trace it. Who is this crazy woman? The system replied, reporting to host Sophie, eldest daughter of the Sophie family. Arrogant, impulsive, entirely obsessed with handsome men. Danger level 3 stars. Daughter of the Sophie family. Harry is really something. Just got back, and he already bagged a ticking time bomb like this. What kind of magic potion did he feed her? Derek lined in close, winking. What are you thinking about, man? Scared of that crazy chick? Scared my butt, Max roared, aggressively stuffing a massive bite of rice into his mouth. It's just minor drama. Let's eat first. Just as he picked up a piece of chicken, an explosive female voice rang out, totally drowning out the noise of the entire cafeteria. Max Moore, you still have the guts to show your face at Yungchung University. You've got some nerve. Max slowly put down his chopsticks, turning to face Sophie, who was glaring at him like she wanted to eat him alive. The entire cafeteria fell dead silent. Max raised an eyebrow, absolutely and thoroughly amused. System Melon, isn't this the exact same Sophie who was crying on the floor of the Zenith Hotel after Felix got caught cheating? Harry actually picked up Felix's leftover trash, hearing Max's internal monologue. Derek nearly choked on his soda, while Chloe, who was secretly on a call with him, immediately dropped this explosive gossip right into the girls' group chat. Max stood up and flashed a brilliant smile. Well, if it isn't Miss Sophie. The last time I saw you, you were wrapped in a hotel blanket cursing out my sister's ex-fiancé. Did you and Harry bond over shared hotel trauma? The entire cafeteria erupted into mocking laughter, Sophie's face completely drained of all color. Before she covered her face and sprinted out in absolute humiliation, Max sat back down happily. Harry actually wants to use a blunt knife to kill him. He should check if his knife is clean first. That evening, Max swapped his casual clothes for a sharply tailored suit to attend second sister Victoria's college reunion. She immediately linked her arm through his, her breathtaking beauty drawing every single eye. Right on cue, a greasy-looking guy in a flashy white suit strutted right over. It was Chad. Victoria, my goddess, why not give me a chance tonight? He purred, deliberately ignoring Max. Victoria's gorgeous face turned icy. But Max stepped smoothly in front of her. Sorry, pal, her schedule is fully booked. Chad scoffs, reaching out to aggressively shove our guy, but then, ding. System mission triggered, host reward incoming, basic martial arts unlocked. The raw power floods Max's veins. As Chad goes for the grab, our MC just casually catches his wrist, twists it, and sweeps his legs out completely. Bam! Chad slams straight into that cold marble floor. Next time you talk to my girlfriend, remember to keep your distance, Max glares. Victoria just stares at his broad back. Her heart totally skips a beat. She feels ridiculously safe. Ha ha ha. Max is flexing internally. I'm so cool, I'm leaving tonight. Later, he sneaks out of his room, backpack loaded with bank cards, Chloe's 500 grand, and his shiny Bugatti keys. Sweet freedom, here he comes, but the second his foot hits the bottom. Grand stairs, the living room lights blaze on. Going somewhere, sixth brother. Olivia's icy voice echoes out. Max freezes, sitting on the massive sofa are all 5 sisters plus mom and dad, and kneeling on the floor looking totally wrecked is Harry, just going for a midnight jog, Max immediately stammers. Penelope sighs, snagging the heavy backpack from him. You idiot, did you really think you were the only one with secrets? We hear absolutely everything. Your system, the escape plans, your inner whining. Max's jaw drops straight to the floor. Melon, you never said they could actually read my mind. System error, initiating sleep mode. The AI weakly beeps before shutting down completely. Dad points a stern finger at Harry. Thanks to your loud thoughts, we investigated him thoroughly. We know all about his schemes with the Dunn family and his attempts to sabotage us. He gets shipped out abroad tomorrow, permanently. Harry glares at Max with pure, unfiltered hatred right as the bodyguards drag him away. Sarah pulls Max into a tight hug, tears filling her eyes. You protected your sisters and totally stood up for this family, yet you kept wanting to run away because you honestly thought we would abandon you. You are our true son, Max. His 5 sisters surround him, smiling warmly. Chloe flicks his forehead, warning him that if he ever mentions running away again, she will impound his Bugatti. Looking at his family's warm faces, all the tension he carried since transmigrating here completely melts away. Well, guess being a rich young master with 5 super incredibly protective sisters isn't the absolute worst fate, he thinks, while a genuine smile breaks across his face.